What's up, class? Evans here. I'm going to teach you something new on Onshape. Let's get started.
So we're going to do the semicircle. This one's got a couple of different things in it that are tricky for some and obvious for others. So I want to try and show you what you should do. Step one is you definitely want to create a sketch on the top view. And we want to kind of make the base of it. The base of it, it's got a rectangle and then like a semicircle, hence the name. Make sure you have the name correctly said. So I'm going to put a rectangle. You know what? I'm going to center point it. And this rectangle is 2 enter, whoops, I said that backwards. 1 enter 1.75. Sorry, that can't be right. 2.25. Now you might ask, well, where do these numbers come from? So it's kind of easy. If you look at the base of it, in the front is that semicircle. That says it is a radius of 0.5. If the radius is 0.5, then the diameter is 1. Now you have the part coming up that has a semicircle and a little hole, and that says it has a radius of 0.5, which means that's 1. And if I add the 125 that extends out to the center of the next semicircle, I do 1 plus 125 and I get 225. Now on the front of it will be a center, a circle right here. This is one way of doing it. You can also use the arc tool, but I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to take my scissors tool and I'm going to cut these parts off. And then I'm going to come in with another circle. And this one, if you look at it, it says it has a diameter of, it says a diameter of 0.5. So I'm going to put 0.5. Notice how it gives the diameter tool here. So usually we label circles with diameters and arcs with radiuses. So that's why they both say 0.5, but they're different sizes. Because one is talking about half of the circle and the other is talking about in a whole circle. Now I'm going to come over here with a second circle. Notice how it's lined up to the center. I'm not clicking on the center. I'm clicking near the center. And that one is also 0.5. This is going to be the little, there's a little slot with 2 rounded edges. And I'm going to connect those two. I'm coming over to the center and I'm going straight up. Like that. And I'm going to put a second line. These should both be the same. They should both be 0.75. That's what it calls them out as. And you could have separated the circles by 0.75 from the beginning, but either way works. Now, what is happening here is you have to consider all the constraints that are in place. There's a lot of constraints in place, such as that these lines, let me put it back on, these lines are tangent to the arc. These are also tangent. We want to have all these things kind of in place. Those are parallel. We can probably double check that these are correctly by making sure that they are also parallel, just in case. Maybe they are already and it didn't like this. I'm gonna hit undo on that. Let me cut out this part of the circle, and now we have our base to extrude. So I'm gonna hit the check mark, and I'm going to extrude it 1/2 inch. The next part is pretty simple too. I'm going to create a sketch from this front view. And I want you to do this part on your own. You know now how to make a rectangle and you know how to make a semicircle and a little circle that's also concentric on the inside. So I want you to do that on your own and then extrude it. And now that you have that, just go ahead and extrude it. Make sure it's facing the right direction. It should just be 1 inch. Make sure it doesn't say add. Make sure it says add and not new. If you have it selected new, it will make a separate part, which means it has a different color. If that happens, make sure to change it to add so that it actually connects it to your original one. Now go ahead and click the share button. You're gonna need to put my email under individuals, and then you should see my face with my email here, and then link sharing, and you should turn it on, and then copy it to clipboard, go to Canvas, paste it in, press enter so it turns it into a hyperlink, and send it to me. Let me know when you're done. And if that confuses you, go ahead and check out the Model 3 video, jump right to the end, and I'll show you how to share a part with me in case you have some trouble. You can always ask me questions, and I hope you're enjoying all this Onshape stuff. Catch you later.